Good evening. So you were in the match until the last minutes. You tried it in many ways. The season hasn't ended, but you won the Scudetto in your first year. You reached this semi-final of the Champions League in the second year. So what is your balance? Well, I'm just disappointed right now because yes, we got to the Champions League semi-finals, and last year we got out at the group stage, and now we got to the semi-finals. So we must be proud of what we've done in the Champions League, but we dreamt of the final. We wanted the final. We wanted to beat our rivals. We failed, and we are very disappointed about that, and we need to overcome it because the league is too important, because the biggest disappointment will be not to be in the Champions League next year. Good evening, Mr. Dario Ricci, Radio 24. What is the biggest regret that you have after these, after the two legs of the semifinals beyond the result? Well, it's evident. The first 10 minutes of the first leg, where in 3-4 minutes we conceded 2 goals, and that we didn't score today when we had a chance, because we had chances with Ibrahim Diaz, with Leao, and they could have given us that extra boost, extra confidence that could reopen the match. So there are regrets, but when you get to these levels, either you play 2 great games or you or you go out. So we played well today. We played a good second half, but we couldn't raise the bar. I mean, we have the material, but we need to work on that. Good evening, Mr. So you met Inter many times this year, and it went better to Inter. But is there something that you prepared on the pitch, but then it didn't work out? I think that Inter in these 2 matches, and also in the other ones, well, they hurt us with the counter-attacks and transition. So we always managed the ball, but they hurt us in transition and in set pieces. Well, these are situations that we had to do better, with more quality, with more attention. We failed, so I think that Inter did better than us in those situations. Good evening. Well, in these 2 derbies, we had Mkhitaryan, Acerbi, Dzeko among the best players of Inter, very experienced players. So during the transfer market, you picked different choices. You made different choices by picking young prospects, and the fact that getting so far in the Champions League, these are competitions where it is important to have experienced players in the Champions League. So this might change something in the market to have some more experienced player like Ibrahimovic. Yes, but we had an expert player. We had a veteran, but we couldn't use him because Zlatan had many problems. It could have been a resource, but the club policy is what we are, promoting, and it's giving us great results. This year we tried to be competitive in 2 very hard competitions, the League and the Champions League. We managed on the Champions League because, besides the biggest disappointment tonight, but we did well in the Champions League, but we didn't do well enough in the League. So I think that we'll need to assess at the end of the season, because it was very complicated, difficult. But personally, this taught a lot to AC Milan, and for AC Milan to improve next year. So you were at Inter, and you know this crazy world of Inter. So when everything seems easy, they complicate the lives. Did you expect an Inter that was so mentally tough in these 2 derbies, that they wanted to strike when they wanted to strike, suffered when they wanted to suffer? Inter are a strong side. That they cleared the group where there is Barcelona and Bayern Monaco. They beat Barcelona twice, a draw and a win, and Barcelona win the Spanish League. But we are also strong. Then we might have regrets that we didn't have the best layout of the season, these 2 games. That might be a regret. It wasn't there in the first leg, but Today he played, but it was not the best. So either you come to these matches and you play at the top, or unfortunately we couldn't keep the pace and we couldn't, go through a turn that we wanted to overcome. Thank you very much.